We will study tax burden with elasticity. This topic is complicated, but if you have understood the concepts of elasticity previously, it will help you comprehend the video lessons. In the following slide, consumers' burden on tax shall be analyzed with a diagram. Quantity goes to the x-axis, and price goes to the y-axis. Then, put prices and quantities on each line, respectively. Draw the original demand curve, D1, and supply curve, S1. You will see the equilibrium price of $9 and equilibrium quantity of 7 units. Let's suppose the government imposes a $4 tax on goods. If so, the supply curve S1 shifts to the left and forms a new supply curve S2. On the new supply curve S2, a new equilibrium price and quantity of $11 and 5 units are created. A new $11 is what consumers need to pay, and $7 is what producers have to take. As you can see, almost equal amount of tax burden is shared in this model. The consumer burden is the upper rectangular box, and producer's burden is the lower rectangular box. The darker larger rectangle is the tax revenue earned by the government. This is the normal situation for regular retail products. Let's get rid of all the boxes for our analysis of the main model. When the demand is elastic, however, the consumer's burden on tax changes. Let's draw an elastic demand curve, D2. Because of the elastic demand, the demand curve D2 is flatter. Then, equilibrium price and quantity shall be $10 and 3 units. Due to the elastic demand, when tax is levied on goods, quantity is reduced from 7 units to 3 units. Earlier, in a normal case, the quantity only decreased from 7 units to 5 units. If this is the case, $10 is what consumers have to pay, and $6 is what producers need to get by lowering their profits or cutting the cost of production. Therefore, when demand is elastic, consumers will bear only $1 of tax burden, but producers will have to bear $3. Otherwise, consumers would not buy the goods with increased prices. Again, in other words, when the demand is elastic, producers must bear much of the tax burden. The smaller rectangle represents consumers' tax burden, and the larger rectangle symbolizes producers' tax burden. The darker rectangular box indicates the government tax revenue. As a result of this $4 tax increase, social or deadweight loss is generated as well. To sum up, when the demand is elastic, producers bear a greater burden on tax.